Hey, this is Peter from Pete's Cruises and Travel. Today I won't be talking to you about travel, but I, I kind of bumped into something which I want to share with you, kind of share with you the journey in getting it installed. So I was not in the market for a Ring camera. But I've been experimenting with outside lights for the garage area, and I've been using solar lights. But one day last week, an email, showed up in my inbox, and it was a Ring. I happen to have some association with them, but I don't own a Ring camera, and so that's how they have my email address. And so they sent me this email to say they had a sale going on this. It's the camera with floodlights, which is actually perfect for what I've been trying to get done outside my garage. So I'm like, wow. Supposedly the regular rate is $199, but this was being sold at $120, because of Black Friday and all that stuff. And so I'm like, okay, let me try this. So I went ahead and, I kind of looked it up a bit, and then I decided to buy the thing. Now, when I bought this, I noticed it said it was wired. So I figured, I would just hook it up on the wall, outside the garage, of course, and plug it in to an outlet, because I've done that with some of the cameras I have for outside. However, when it came, it did not have a cord or a cable with the end to plug into an outlet. So I was bummed. I'm like, oh my goodness, what did I do? And then I started to read about installation and about all the stuff involved. I'm like, oh, this is just too much. I know nothing about electricity. I have to connect stuff. A junction box. What is a junction box? And like, so I was floored for a minute, but then I decided to, investigate it further, and discovered that apparently when I was purchasing this, I noticed that there were some other items that, came up for purchase. Normally when you buy something in Amazon or wherever, they will suggest some of the items that go along with whatever you're buying, or, to enhance your purchase. So there were some other items, and one of them happened to be the cable, right? Which makes for a plug-in operation, but somehow I missed that. So I had to go and purchase. I have to go and separately purchase the cable. So this is a plate. This is the cable with the plate. There's the connection. And so I'll be using this to connect to that, the Ring camera with the floodlights, and then to plug it in to an outlet in the garage. And that will make for an easier application or an easier job. Yes, I don't need to call a professional electrician. I can do this myself. So I will show you, I'm going to show you actually how I get this installed, and hopefully it will help you as you watch this. You might have bought the same thing, or you may have plans to buy the same thing and you want to know how to get it set up. Well, I will show you that, and hopefully it will be of great help to you. Okay, so just follow me along and for the ride, and let's see what happens. As I mentioned earlier, I've been experimenting with solar lights. So you can see I have 3 here on the outside of the garage. So the plan is to remove this one in the center, so I can put the Ring camera and floodlights right there. So this is actually the center of the middle of the garage. You see that? It's the middle section. Now I can either get the cord, the cable for that will run to the outlet through here and up there, like bring it out along here and up and angle it there. But then that's going to be too much cord showing, and you kind of want it to be clean looking, right? Especially that you live in a HOA. You want it to be clean. But my challenge with trying to get it through, because the better way is to get it through where this light is, this bulb, this solar light is. As I said, I'm going to remove that. The better thing would be to get it right where the base is, get the cable coming through there. The challenge with that, however, is this column here, this horizontal column runs right to the center. So trying to get the cable through will be a problem. I'll have to find a way to angle the cable. I wonder what will be the best solution. Earlier we had this put up, and see that goes to that outlet. By the way, I'm going to be using this outlet over here. Right now I have two things in there, the garage opener and the camera. But I'm going to remove the camera after I put up the Ring camera. But you see that this here was put up by someone who was doing some work on the house some time ago, so they could put in these numbers. That's the number of my house, my address actually, and it actually lights up at night. So they did that. They notice how they angled the cable. They could not go center. They had to do it from down there somehow to get it out there. So I'm going to have to do something similar in order to get my cable through, get it out here somehow so I can run it into the base of the camera. We'll see. Well, we'll see what happens. I may be able to do it right on the side here and then run it over at the top of the numbers so there wouldn't be too much of it exposed. But I'll see what works, and I'll show you the finished product. So like I said, just follow me along as I work in this thing. So I was going for the clean look, but I tried to drill a hole. You may be able to see the hole. I tried to drill a hole right there next to the number sign based on measurements I took to get me under this section, or to get me just alongside it. Based on measurements, it should have gotten me alongside it. But I tried with the regular driver, and I tried with the impact driver, and I could not get past that wood, whatever is in there. So I had to go for the unclean look, to run the cable under the top of the garage door, or above the garage door there. And so some of it is showing. Thankfully, it's not as ugly as I thought it would be. I have to come up with a way to kind of cover it some more, hide it a bit. So I'll figure something out. But for now, that's what I have. The next thing I'll do is to put on the plate that goes flat on the siding there. And then there's going to be another plate with the hooks to hold the camera and the floodlights. So I'll show you that in a second. So the next thing to do will be to put this plate flat on the vinyl, and I have to be careful that I get this part up. Okay, you see the up there? See where it says up? Yeah, I have to be sure to get this part up to sit on the vinyl like this. Okay. And then after that's done, I'll put this piece over it. And again, there is up there, so I have to make sure that I put it like this onto the plate. Right? And you see those things that will slide into the grooves right there. I slide them in. and tighten that before I can put the camera with the floodlights and these two spikes. I'll put them on that and those two things, and then cover them with the clips that came with the package. So look out for that coming up. So I've got the plates up, and you can see the two hooks coming out there and the wires. Now the next step is to get this, the camera and floodlights, attached to that, wire to wires. So the green to the green, the white to the white, the black to the black. That's the next step before I will see if this thing works. So let's see what happens. So I've connected the wires here. Of course, the power is off. And you see I use this S hook to hold the cam and the lights while I connected the wires. Then the next thing is going to be to slide this thing over. There are two holes there over these two hooks, and then to fasten them with these caps. Okay, so here goes. By the way, I don't want to leave the wires hanging out there, so I have covered them with these little caps. Of course, you can use tape or something else, but these came with the package, so they work fine. So now I've gotten the camera and the lights on, and the next step is just to see if it works. So I've got to plug in the cable to the outlet and to see if light comes on out here. Okay, if it does, then we're in good shape. If it doesn't, then something is wrong somewhere. I hope that thing is tight enough. I'm not too fond of how the position of the camera. I need to turn it down a little, so I think I'm going to do that. I heard the startup. See that light flashing there? So we do have power. So now it will be to connect this to the Wi-Fi and to see if we have Ring service. All right, it's been a journey, but got it up there, and I just hope now that it works and works well to provide light to this driveway at nights, and also some protection in terms of the Ring camera. So folks, that's it. It's all done. I got it connected to the Wi-Fi. It said the setting is all right, and I can see. So it's all done, ready to go. And that's it. It was a journey, but I got it done. Now I can look forward to some protection and also some lights at night. That's really cool. Thanks for joining me for this journey, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Until then, take care.